Hey, my Liptons. So, listen, I know, like, for the people that are subscribed to my channel, they're probably like, girl, you talk about so many different things. It's like, you don't even stay focused on one thing. Like, I talk about Bollywood, I talk about pop culture in America, I talk about this, I talk about that, I talk about wrestling. Listen, I'm a multifaceted human being, okay? So, that's the reason why y'all are subscribed to me, because I'm very multifaceted. I talk about everything on this channel. But I do want to talk about this for like the more Hindi shows, Hindi entertainment folks that are subscribed to my channel. Um, I want to talk about Punar Vivah, okay? Because Punar Vivah is one of like my favorite shows that I grew up watching when I was a kid, and I did a video. If y'all remember, for my day ones that were here with me, I have a Bollywood movie slash ZTV shows playlist, and if y'all saw the first video on that playlist, I talk about Punar Vivah very briefly, and it's like one of the shows that like I think I wrote something. Oh my god! By the way, I looked back at it, and my editing skills for that first video, it was so bad. Like there's so many blurry moments. Listen, this was the beginning of my YouTube career. This was 2 years ago, so I was let me be honest with y'all. When it comes to like the internet, I'm very old. I feel like even though I'm young, like I come off very like an older woman when it comes to this, because like where I don't know how to figure out technology because the editing, the blurriness, it's just all around is just bad. But if you were to look back at that first video on my Bollywood movies ZTV shows playlist, I talk about Punar Vivah. It's actually on the thumbnail. I talk about it very briefly, and I talk about the different ZTV shows that I grew up watching. So I decided, like, because I was bored, of course. So I'm literally rewatching Punar Vivah on YouTube. Like, shout out to Z5. Yeah, because here's the thing. I actually ended up canceling my subscription from the Z5 app because they were out of their goddamn minds with some of the prices. And then on top of that, what frustrates me the most about Z5, and I dragged them for this. I did a video about this. Z5 will have all kinds of ZTV shows, and they won't put any English subtitles for their shows. So I'm just like, why the hell am I gonna keep paying into a Z5 app? I reach out to like a representative. I reach out to the company about them putting subtitles. It's like they'll put subtitles for certain shows, like Jodhaakbar and kumkumbhagya. But when it comes to like Punar Vivah or Yaham and Garakili or quboolhai or Tashke Ishq, like they won't put subtitles for English subtitles for the shows. So I was like, okay, if y'all not gonna put subtitles for these shows, I'm canceling my subscription. It is what it is. So now I guess they're not getting as many subscriptions as they're getting. So they ended up putting all their content back on YouTube like how it used to be. Which, if I'm gonna be honest with you, they should keep it that way. Because if y'all not gonna put English subtitles for y'all shows, y'all might as well leave it on YouTube, because y'all not gonna get any of the casual fans to go to y'all app. But anyway, so I started watching Punar Vivah on YouTube again. Of course, it doesn't have subtitles. I do understand some things that they're saying, but there's just other things where I don't understand. But like, I kind of get the premise of what's going on in that particular episode. So I got to the part. I'm around the part where Arti, obviously spoilers. Arti is pregnant with Yash's baby, and yeah, if y'all are Punar Vivah fans, y'all already know the premise about how these two got together. They were previously married. Yash's wife passed away. Arti's husband, well, ex-husband, if we're gonna be honest with you, divorced her, left her for another woman. But she and her in-laws lied, saying that her husband was dead, because Yash's family wants a woman that is a widow, not someone that was like divorced. So that's basically like the premise of the show and how it started. So here's my thing, right? I've been watching this, right? And I'm just like, Aditi doesn't want to tell Yash that. I mean, she does want to tell Yash that she's pregnant, right? And it's like, I understand what Aditi is coming from, because it's like, okay, prior to her finding out that she was pregnant, Yash was crashing out, okay? When I tell you Yash was crashing out, he was crashing out. He was highly upset that he consummated his marriage with Aditi while they were intoxicated. Mind you, he was, if we're going to be honest with you, when you look back at the episodes, he was the one that initiated wanting to consummate the marriage with Aditi, if you really think about it. If you really go back and watch the episode where that happened. And so like when he woke up and he had his hangover and he, got to his senses and then he realized what he did, he just completely, like, I mean, when I tell you guys, y'all need to go back and rewatch this. He was breaking dishes. He was pushing Auntie. Like, he was like low-key borderline abusive towards Auntie. Like, he was verbally abusive towards Auntie. Like, he was really going in. And even me, like, as a kid, I remember like watching this like in real time, right? And this before like we ever found out that they consummated and that Auntie was pregnant. I was just like, yo, like, what happened? Like, because Yash, that's another issue too with Yash that was getting me mad. It's like, why are you angry at Auntie so much? Like, what did she do? Right? Because at the time we didn't know. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, what happened? So everybody was literally like putting the blame on Auntie, saying that, oh, maybe she cheated on him, or maybe this happened or that happened. So we were just completely confused about what the hell was going on with Yash. And he kept saying that he hated her, that he doesn't want to see her face, even to the point where like they was telling Yash's mother and stuff like that, they were going against Auntie. So we were just completely confused about the whole situation. Auntie was, when I tell you Auntie was stressed, okay? But let me tell you something. She was about to get even more stressed out because the episode where she fainted, and I'm like, what? Okay, she fainted maybe because of the stress and stuff like that. But then when she was taken to the hospital and we found out that she was pregnant, I was like, hold on, wait a minute. What do y'all mean that Auntie is pregnant? What are y'all saying? Y'all mean to tell me that this is Yash's baby? So then, when they put that episode out of a flashback about what happened and the fact that, they consummated their marriage. And I'm like, oh, that's why Yash is angry. It kind of all came together. Now, fast forward. So, Yash, here's my thing too. Yash also, like, low-key was pissing me off as time went on. Because remember, if y'all remember, Auntie didn't remember what happened to her. Like, why Yash was so upset. So then when she found out that she was pregnant, and then when she got the evidence about what happened and that she, her and Yash consummated the marriage, she was like, oh my God, that's why. And of course, Yash is still in love with his dead wife, his first dead wife. So Yash feels like he betrayed his wife Arpita when he did that. And then on top of that, Yash kept saying things like, oh, you tricked me into consummating the marriage. You knew that the only reason why I married you is because for you to be a mother to my 2 children and, to be a mother, not for us to have like a romantic relationship. And I'm just like, okay, Yash, okay. Yes, I understand. You made that clear to Auntie from the beginning. But guess what? You're going to have to bite the bullet. And at the end of the day, y'all both consented to having sex. Both of y'all were intoxicated. Both of y'all agreed to, even though, intoxicated. But, like, still, like, y'all still consummated your marriage. So, like, he was literally blaming her. I think he was also trying to say, like, oh, like, she tricked him into having sex with her. And I'm just like, Yash, this is where, like, personal responsibility is not in the room, okay? You need to take some personal responsibility for this, okay? So, if we really fast forward, right? Arpita's spirit ended up, because Yash was, doing that boxing match, and then, like, Arpita came in his visions or something like that, and, like, Arpita basically told Yash that, listen, like, you're gonna have to, fight for your children, but not only that, fight for Auntie too. And that was basically her saying that, listen, like, you need to accept Auntie as your wife, like, this is your second marriage, accept her. So, afterwards, there was a time where I was just like, okay, like, maybe Yash is going to, put his anger aside and finally accept Auntie. But then Yash was still like, listen, yeah, I'm over it. Yeah, I'm not going to be too angry. But, like, I'm still not going to accept you as a wife. Like, you're just going to be the mother of my kids. Da, da, da. And mind you, Auntie confessed her feelings. When Auntie found out that why Yash was angry and it's because of the consummation, she went to go and confront Yash about it, and she told Yash, like, and she confessed her feelings for Yash, but Yash still rejected her. He still rejected her. So Auntie was just like, if this man is rejecting me for my love, how can I even tell him that I'm literally pregnant with his kid? Because, like, he was already crashing out about us having sex. Could you imagine what would happen if, he finds out I'm pregnant? He might actually end up throwing me off a cliff or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's what, and Auntie, there was some moments where Auntie was going to tell Yash that she was pregnant, but, like, Yash just, it was hard for her. It was hard, and I was feeling for Auntie. And then on top of that, Yash kept rejecting her, saying that, listen, like, we just married for the kids. There's not gonna be no romantic relationship. Blah, blah, blah. So I was just like, oh my god, like I don't even know how Arti's gonna do it. And like, Arti's mom, well, technically her ex-husband's mom, because she considered her ex-husband's mom to be her mother. Like, she kept pressuring Arti to tell Yash that she's pregnant, but it's just like every moment that Arti will want to do that, an obstacle will come into play, or Yash will make some like offhanded comment about their marriage and how he views it. So it's just like Arti was just like, it was a no-win situation with her. It's like she was between, like she was in between a rock and a hard place. And this was the episode 162. Y'all can go on YouTube. So here's the thing: if y'all want to watch the Punar Vivah playlist, it is there. But I will say this: in the playlist, episode 162 is not there. So you're gonna have to type in on YouTube Punar Vivah episode 162. And surprisingly, shockingly, episode 162 by itself has the English subtitles on YouTube. So y'all guys can watch that and see how that happened. So in this episode, right? Yash, I'm like, okay, like what's going on with Yash? Because Yash starts, I guess you can say, is more friendly, like more like, like caring for Arti in this episode. And I was like, is he starting to fall in love with her? Is he starting to, I mean, I feel like he's always liked her. It's just he was suppressing his feelings. So that was the beginning of the episode. I will say this though. I feel like Arti didn't appreciate her friends, because in this episode they brought in all the other ZTV shows at the time into this episode, Pavitra Rishta, all the other characters. So they made it seem like, okay, they were friends of Arti or friends of Yasha, blah 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 blah. I just feel like Arti didn't appreciate them revealing the pregnancy news in front of everybody, and while she was there, it's just like, one, there's like an intimate moment, and it's just like, even though, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, at the time when I was a kid watching this, I was like getting my life. I was like, oh my god, like, I can't believe they do this. Oh my god, he's gonna find out. But like now watching it with like adult eyes, I'm like, damn, like y'all really put y'all friends' business out there like that. And on top of that, in front of everybody, and then on top of that, in front of Yash, in front of everybody, when y'all know that Yash is a very hot-headed man. So if Yash, what would happen if Yash would have lunged at, like, you know what I mean? What would have happened if Yash would have lunged at Arti? You know what I mean? But, in this episode, it was revealed that, she was pregnant. The friends revealed it. And then Yash, and I'm not going to lie to you, the way Yash was looking at Arti, at first I was like, oh my god, he's about to slap her. So I was just like, and then when he was coming forward, she was going backwards. So I was like, girl, you better get your running shoes, you better get your tennis shoes, you better get your sneakers, and you need to run out of this house, okay? Because Yash is really about to whoop your ass. That's what I thought at first. When I first watched this when I was a kid. But Yash, he was like, damn, like, Arti's really pregnant. He was like, damn, Arti's really pregnant. So I was just like, yeah, Yash, I mean, you really put Arti through a lot. Yash put Arti through a lot. This was a lot. Okay, Yash, like, you really, really put my girl through it. It's like, and to the point where she didn't even have the strength, really, to tell you, because she thought that the way you reacted when y'all consummated the marriage, she really thought that was going to be like the end of the world if you found out that she was pregnant. So Yash is, that's where I ended it in episode 162. I know he's going to go after her and try to find her and stuff like that. And then Prashant is going to, that's a whole different conversation. I think I'm going to do another video when it comes to like the whole love triangle thing that was going on there between Prashant, Arti, and Yash, even though Prashant is a damn idiot. But that's going to be a different video for a different day. But yeah, you guys tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about, the whole situation with Yash and Arti's dynamic, the consummation, the pregnancy reveal? And how you guys feel about Punar Vivah? Like, and do you guys want me to continue to make videos like this, discussing, and I'm talking about old ZTV shows. I don't watch none of the new stuff. Like, I'm talking about old ZTV shows like Punar Vivah, Jodhaakbar, quboolhai, Yaha Mein Gargarkili. Like, those are my shows. Like, Kasamsi. Like, those are my shows. Okay? That's the kind of shows that I grew up watching. I don't watch the new stuff. Okay? Kasamsi was my shit. Dil Se Diabachan, which, by the way, I did do a video about Dil Se Diabachan. Yeah, guys can go to my Bollywood Talk / ZTV playlist. I talked about how I still need closure from Dilse Diabachan, so definitely go check that out. But yeah, like old ZTV shows, that was my jam. That's when they have the casual fans. The new ZTV shows, I don't know what the hell they're doing. But anyway, you guys know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to like the videos because it helps with the algorithm. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.